In three, two, what is up, y'all boys? It's your boy Foothy MMA coming back at y'all with another banger.
Banger.
Banger. This is my immediate reaction. I'm talking immediate. I didn't even fucking see the cards for Holloway versus Oliveira because I didn't need to. Reaction to UFC 326 Holloway versus Oliveira 2. We're gonna be breaking down the card. I'm gonna only break down like the main fights that happened because holy cow, this was a snoozer. We got our prediction right in the main event. Charles Oliveira dominates, dominates Max Holloway across 5 rounds. I had it 50-44 probably. 50-45, I guess. Charles absolutely dominated Holloway. Um, I didn't predict he was gonna dominate him. I thought he was gonna submit him in round 3 or 4. But to tell you that I am surprised that Charles Oliveira had his way with the grappling, I am absolutely not. Charles dominated Max in literally every single round. He was winning the fight on the feet as well, but around 1 minute into every single round of this fight, Charles shot, he got to the hips, and just like I said he would, dominated Max Holloway just because of the strength. He strength mocked him. He walked him down. He took him down, and he low key Islam maxed against JDM. But we're not going to talk about it, okay? Our boy, my goat, our goat, Charles Oliveira, is the new BMF title holder. Who would have imagined? Now, honestly, I don't even really have much to say about this fight, except for the fact that Charlie should be fighting on the White House card. I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow about that White House card, by the way. It's gonna be the biggest rant in Foothy MMA history, bro, because the card that got announced, I'm not even gonna get started, bro. Anyways, Max, man, he's too scrawny for lightweight, bro. I'm not for everyone at lightweight, but for Charles, for Armin, all of these wrestlers, I think even Gamrot, he's at a size disadvantage. He's not strong enough to defend the grappling. And in this fight, he didn't do a good job of getting up. And honestly, I think it's mostly because Charles was threatening submissions the entire fight. He was on Max's back for the first 2 rounds. Um, but man, I did not see this fight playing out the way it did. Max had damn near no success in this fight. It says he landed 73 total strikes. I don't even believe that, bro. Significant strikes, 26. I don't even believe that, if we're being honest, bro. On the feet, Max was doing a good job in some of the rounds. I think in round 3, he landed a good combination, little uppercut, left hook around the guard. He was landing some decent shots, but straight out the gate, Charles Oliveira, like I said he would, was working the legs of Max Holloway. And even though this fight wasn't on the feet for that much, for that long, I mean, you could tell that the leg kicks in this fight were affecting Max. Charles came out and immediately landed 2 nasty, hard low kicks, and you saw the look on Max's face. It's not he didn't really wanna be there. Charles came in, slammed him on his back in the first round, took his back. He had a face crank attempt or 2, and I was with my friends jumping up and down saying it's over. I was so excited. Little did I know that the rest of the fight would go the exact same way. Like I said, bro, Max Holloway had like literally no success in this fight. In the last 5 seconds, or I mean, in the last round, Max got up with like 30 seconds left, maybe, and that gave enough time for him to get separated. And then they pointed down for the last 5 seconds. Even in the point down, Charles landed a better shot than Max. The power of Charles Oliveira was too much for Max Holloway in the striking exchanges. Max seemed a little timid to go on the inside. He didn't want to run into a big takedown. Regardless, he got taken down, so it doesn't matter. But There was definitely a power difference in this fight, just like I said. That boy Charles has ketchup in his gloves. He's got a hot dog, he's got mustard relish, he's throwing the whole plate at you, my boy. I'm telling you. And yeah, man, Charles Oliveira wins this fight by unanimous decision. What's next for both of these fighters? Please, please, UFC, please, please give Charles a spot on the White House card. The 6 fights that were shown, or the 5 fights, whatever the hell it was, were horrendous, dog. Why the fuck is Kyle Dawkins on the White House card as like the 4th fight? Why is he fighting above Diego Lopez and Steve Garcia, bro? What are we doing? In a dream world, they'll give Charles McGregor in at the White House, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So uh probably Armin is next for Charles, an Armin rematch. Hopefully, he doesn't deserve a title shot unless Gaethje somehow flukes Topuria out cold at the White House, which is not happening. If somehow it did, maybe you give Charles the title shot and just say fuck Armin. But I think the UFC is going to want Armin to have another fight, and I think that they should give him Charles if they don't give Charles the fight on the White House. What's next for Holloway? Have to think of some names at lightweight. Maybe Patty? Max versus Patty. We can see if Max's takedown defense can improve at lightweight, and we could see if Patty's striking can improve at lightweight. Um, yeah, man, I don't know. Max is kind of locked out of the title picture now. And so is Charles, honestly, unless Gaethje wins or Topuria moves up. But I don't know, man. It's looking rough. I picked Charles to win. I kind of wanted Max to win, but in all honesty, the best predictor on YouTube, I had to go with my boy Charles Oliveira. The fight didn't go exactly the way that I thought it would, but it definitely, definitely, yeah, it was something for sure. Anyways, moving on to the co-main event of the evening. Low key, another boring ass fight. The first round was pretty entertaining, but other than that, I don't even know if you can hear that, but just know I pooted with my mouth right there. We got Kyle Brahalio versus Rainier de Ritter. This page isn't responding. Yo, shut up. No! Fuck me, man. Alright, so my whole fucking screen is frozen, so I don't know what's up with that. Uh, yeah, so anyways, I'm just gonna start talking about the Kyle Brahalio fight. It was a good fight. 30-27 is absolutely egregious, though. I thought Rainier de Ritter won the second round pretty clearly. I didn't even think it was honestly that close. And it's making me exit the page. Whatever. Kyle Brahalio wins against Rainier de Ritter 30-27. I had it 29-28. Kyle Brahalio, whatever the fuck his name is, looked a lot better in the striking than I thought he would. He came out looking fluid. He came out looking like a fighting nerd. He had the clear advantage in the feet in this fight, and honestly, he was way more dynamic than I thought he would be. The grappling exchanges, Kyle Brahalio was honestly, he wasn't winning every single one of them, but he was holding his own really well. And this, like I called it, Rainier de Ritter kind of stayed on bottom for a little bit too long, especially in round 3. I think that lost him the fight. I mean, he would have lost either way, apparently, according to the judges, but you know what? That's not my argument to have. So, um, Kyle did a good job attacking the low kicks, attacking the legs of Rainier de Ritter in this fight. Uh, the distance management was beautiful from Kyle. He had his hands down the entire fight. Holy shit, there's something in my eye. He had his hands down the entire fight. He was slipping and ripping. He was landing good counter shots. I feel like every single time he hit Rainier de Ritter in the head, this fucking bobblehead of a goober with his heavy ass stone fucking brain was just like not reacting well. His head was going fucking everywhere. Every time he hit this man, it looked like Rainier de Ritter's head was too fucking heavy for his own body. The awkward shit is amazing from Rainier de Ritter. It won him a lot of fight. I feel like it won him the fight against Robert Whitaker. but when he gets hit, he does not react well, especially to the face. Kyle did a good job mixing it up. Like I said, he was attacking the legs, he attacked the body. He was weary of the knees of Rainier de Ritter. Anytime that de Ritter would try and feint the knee or come in and crash in with Kyle Brahalio, he wasn't there to be hit. And yeah, man, Kyle Brahalio wins this fight 30-27. Like I said, I don't agree with that scorecard, but I he looked good in this fight. As for what's next for both of these boys, off the top of my brain, Kyle Brahalio, maybe they give him Izzy if he wins against Piper. Trying to think of another matchup for him. I don't fucking know. Maybe, maybe Brendan Allen if they don't give Allen the Duplessis fight. As for what's next for Rainier de Ritter, back to the PFL we go, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. I honestly I'd have to look at the rankings to tell you what I think will be next for Rainier de Ritter, but at this point in time, I feel like the title hopes are kind of over. The title run from Rainier de Ritter is not looking good, bro. He's not getting that belt basically. So I don't know what he's gonna want to do. You know, his whole thing coming into the UFC was really pushing for the belt, and I don't see that as a possibility. So it's kind of fucked. But maybe we give him someone lower down the rankings. Hold on, I'm gonna look through the rankings real quick. Just give me 1 second. UFC middleweight rankings. Uh, Honestly, I think the Anthony Hernandez fight, since it fell through, would be kind of nice. Maybe they give him. I don't know if Jared Cannonier has a fight scheduled. If he doesn't, like maybe Jared Cannonier, but other than that, bro, I don't see him beating any of these guys. I don't think. Well, he lost to Brendan Allen, lost to Kyle Brahalio. He doesn't beat Strickland. He doesn't beat Imavov. He doesn't beat Duplessis. So I don't know what we do with RDR. Like I said, we could give him Anthony Hernandez, or maybe if they don't go Izzy for Kyle in his next fight, and maybe they give him Fluffy, we could do Rainier de Ritter versus Izzy or Joe Pyfer, depending on who wins that fight. But yeah, regardless, man, it's kind of over for RDR. Really sucks, dude. My fluke king, my Bo Nickel fraud check. It looks like his career is kind of cooked. So shout out to Rainier de Ritter, but your time has come, buddy. Anyways, moving on to the next fight. What did I fucking tell you? Chi Wee Wees gets this fight done by absolute fucking bullshit, shitty ass, bum ass, fucking dumbass shit. Like I don't even. He just took him down and held him. Raul Rosas Jr. does no damage when he takes anyone down. Rob Font did a terrible job of defending the grappling. 16 takedowns of 18. That's almost the record, dude. Marab landed 20 on my sweet Corey Sanhagen, and I'm pretty sure that was the record, right? Raul Rosas Jr. just had his way with Rob Font. He had like 5 takedowns in the first round. I had him for under on takedowns because I figured if he took him down, he'd submit him. Didn't fucking happen, dude. Rafon was throwing up an omoplata attempt like 4 different times. You're not flexible enough to just throw up a omoplata. Like the first time he threw it up there, he did a good job of scrambling and like trying to make something out of it. But after that, bro, he just started throwing up bullshit submission attempts. He started throwing up Kimura's and shit. Like he's fucking. I don't even fuck like he's Charles Dubronx or something. Rob Font, you were not that guy. What are we fucking doing? He came out with this low ass fucking stance with his butt all the way back. He looked like he was mimicking Michael Morales against Sean Brady. Rob Font is terrible, dog. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I wanted him to win because Corey beat him. And you know what? I want Corey to look good, but apparently none of his wins will ever age well except for Mario Bautista. As for Raul Rosas Jr., buddy, first off, look at your fucking face. Anyways, buddy, you have to do some damage when you take people down. Zero sub attempts, that's what they're saying. All right, let's not bullshit, dude. Rob Font threw up like 8 different sub attempts. Even though none of them were even remotely close, he threw up hella. Raul Rosas Jr., 8 significant strikes. His striking did not look any better than it has from the very beginning. He spent all his fucking VC on takedowns in control time. What are we doing? Raul Rosas Jr., bro. You are not beating anyone in the top 10 of bantamweight unless you learn how to ground and pound and force scrambles the same way that Charles was ground and pounding Max, even though he wasn't throwing any strikes either, really. When he did, they were efficient, they were hard shots, and they made Max scramble. You're not just gonna get a submission from someone. They're not just gonna throw themselves in a fucking guillotine or rear naked choke unless you create a scramble. Raul Rosas Jr. wins this fight by 30-27 decision. No one has ever seen me this mad over a pick that I got right. This was so fucking boring. I deadass was falling asleep whenever I was watching this fight. I don't fucking like Chiwiwis. He didn't even say Chiwiwis after the fight. Fucking loser. And Rob Font, bro, you're washed. What's next for both of these guys? Feed Rob Font to Charles Jourdain or someone coming into the rankings. Feed him to fucking Howney Barcelos and get him the fuck out of the rankings. As for what's next for Raul Rosas Jr., like Vinicius Oliveira or something, bro. Give him anyone, like even top, like anyone, bro. Just give him anyone. Don't give him Cheeto. Give him anyone else, and he probably gets slept. Or just like I don't fucking know. His takedowns did look a lot better though. So let me not completely hate watch Raul Rosas Jr. just because he's ugly. His takedown entries looked a lot better in this fight, and he was chaining his takedowns together very well. Anytime Rob Font would start to scramble, he was right back on the legs, right back on the hips. So kudos to Raul Rosas Jr. for the improvement. Um, but man, I do not believe in this dude at all, in the slightest. Anyways, 8 significant strikes. Moving on to the next fight. This racist fuck. Look at this fucking Giga Chad. He slept my boy MJ out so cold, bro. Oh my god. And MJ was winning the fight too. I don't care what anyone says. Michael Johnson versus Drew Dober. Drew Dober wins by second round flatline knockout. All right, it wasn't flatline, dude. He was still coherent in the slightest, but he was stiffened, all right? He was stiffened. He looked like me waking up in the morning. Pause, no diddy. Anyways, Drew Dober wins this fight by knockout. At the beginning of this fight, I really thought my pick was gonna be perfect. I'm like, dude, Michael Johnson round one KO. He came out looking so slick and so fast. He landed a few good shots early. Um, he just looked cleaner on the feet, bro. His jab was pumping. He looked so quick, and it felt like he was picking Drew Dober apart. But then somewhere around like the 4 minute mark in the first round, Michael Johnson just decided to stop throwing entirely. It's kind of like my friend was like, "Yo, he looks kind of gassed." I don't even think it was him gassing. I think it was him like trying to make reads after he had already found his range and was landing good shots. I think if Michael Johnson would have continued to move forward in this fight and let his hands go, he would have had a way better shot than whatever the fuck he decided to do near the end of round one and going into round two. Drew Dober steps in with a hard, I can't remember if it was a left hook into a right straight or a right hook into a left straight. I think it was right into left because Drew Dober's a southpaw. Nasty, nasty right hook brings the front hand of Michael Johnson down and blasts a left straight down the pipe. Stiffens my boy, puts him out bad. Who would have fucking thought, dude? Drew Dober, racist Dober is bagged. Officer Drew Dober is officially bagged. As for what's next for both of these guys, give Drew Dober someone up the rankings, I guess. Not in the rankings, but up like yeah, up, I guess. Maybe with Grant Dawson. I think that'd be a decent fight. Someone right outside the rankings. He may be ranked 15. I don't fucking know. As for Michael Johnson, bro, I mean, this is the story of Michael Johnson's career, right? He wins against someone he's not supposed to win against in Daniel Zellhuber, and then he loses to someone that I think he has a stylistic advantage over. Michael Johnson is the like you can't fucking predict this dude's fights at all. And I knew it. I knew that I should have picked Drew Dober by way of racism, but it just didn't end up, the cards didn't fall into place and I ended up picking Michael Johnson. So I got this pick wrong. But shout out to Drew Dober, man. Very respectable guy. Like I said, bro, he's not just gonna lay down and take a beating. I just figured after all the damage and all the strikes that have been landed on this dude's massive fucking skull, that eventually he wasn't gonna be able to take the punches anymore, especially not from Michael Johnson. But you know what? He looked good in this fight, and he did a lot better than I expected. So, I mean, I thought he was gonna get slept in the first. He ended up winning by KO in the second. So, shout out to Drew Dober. Um, Michael Johnson, I love you, gang. Can't wait to see you fluke a prospect in one of your next three fights. Moving on to the first. Holy shit, dude! I fucking forgot this shit happened. Moving on to the first fight of the main card. Gregory RoboCop Rodriguez, two total strikes, slumbers Bruno Ferreira out cold, just absolutely kills him, dude. I literally looked away for a sec. I was eating when this shit happened, and all my friends were like, "Oh!" I'm like, "What the fuck just happened?" I look over and he's just slumped, dude. It felt like there was nothing going on in this fight. Gregory Rodriguez lands a nasty, I think it was a right hand just down the middle, just put him out. There was nothing. There's not much for me to break down in this fight. Bruno Ferreira won the first fight, and yeah, man, like I said, dude, Gregory Rodriguez, I just feel like he's looked so much better since their initial fight. I think they said he was 5-6 since their first fight. Now he's 6-7. We're not going to talk about that. Um, but man, he looked good. He looked good. I mean, there wasn't much to look at, but he did look good. The one strike he landed fucking slumbered Bruno Ferreira out cold. As for what's next, move Gregory RoboCop Rodriguez up the rankings, bro. Move him up the rankings. I don't know who you want to give him. Maybe Roman Dolidze. I think I said that the last time he fought. I can't remember if Roman Dolidze has a fight booked. I think he does. But if he's still above him in the rankings after that, give Gregory Rodriguez Roman Dolidze. Feed him to RoboCop and get that bomb out of the rankings. As for Bruno Ferreira, I don't know if he's gonna get kicked out of the rankings for losing. I mean, he was fighting up. He was like ranked 15th though. I think they were 13 and 15. So unfortunate loss for my boy Bruno Ferreira, but man, yeah, I don't know what to do with him. I'm not gonna lie. I can't really think of anyone who's outside the rankings at middleweight that like kind of deserves a shot. Um, but definitely just take some time off, bro. You got slept bad. So yeah, man, we got the pick right on this one. I went. Let's see. I went one, one for two, two for three, two for four, 3 for 5 on picks on the main card. And bro, if I'm gonna be honest with y'all boys, I was at the skate park, so I missed a lot of this card up until I think the first fight I watched was. I guess I didn't miss that much. Um, yeah, I only missed 2 fights. Damn, Rodolfo Bellato got a first round KO. God, dude, of course I missed. Of course I missed the KO. The first fight I ended up watching was Sumerdarji get a win. So, but breaking breaking down this fucking fight, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. Cody Garbrandt versus Zhao Long. This was the weirdest fight I've ever watched and was honestly the most entertaining part of my night, dude. I had a parlay for Cody Garbrandt to get a win. I also had Michael Johnson on that parlay, so it didn't end up hitting. But I was so sad going into the third round of this fight. Zhao Long was just more efficient. He was just doing more the entire fight. Cody was like kind of hesitant, a little like not. It wasn't very like. It was uncharacteristic from Cody. Like usually he gets himself into like some brawl and gets knocked out, but it really feels like his coaches have really been on his ass about that. Like, bro, you're getting knocked out way too much. Let's chill out. And they were just telling him to back up the entire fight. Like there were so many times in this fight where Cody would throw 3 strikes and then you would hear from his corner and they'd be like, move, move. And even though he was having success, he just started moving on the back foot. So for the first 2 rounds, Cody was getting pieced apart at range. And it's not like Zhao Long really landed anything huge. Like Cody didn't get rocked in this fight, which is insane. Was the last time Cody didn't get rocked in a fight. He ate like 2 head kicks clean as fuck though. I don't know how he just ate them shits. But going into the third round, it looks like Zhao Long's just gonna run away with it. And I was really sad. Then, oh, in the second round, there was a nut shot from Zhao Long. And it was like, okay, that was bad. Then in the third round, there was another nut shot. I think there was three in the third round, either two or three. I can't really remember if it was at the end of round two or the start of round three. But there was two separate occasions in round three where Zhao Long got a point taken for kicking Cody in the nuts. He kicked him really bad in the nuts. The worst nut shot I've ever seen in UFC. He kicked him so bad in the nuts. Cody started crawling on the floor and puking into a bucket that they brought into the octagon. I'm not even bullshitting. Cody Garbrandt started throwing up. He got kicked in the nuts so hard. And then right after that, Cody walks, he runs in, whatever the fuck. They're striking for like 2 seconds. And then Zhao Long gets the clinch on Cody and just knees him in the balls again. So there was another point deduction, making that round at least a 9-8 round if Zhao Long were to have won that round. Which, if I'm being honest, bro, I really thought they were going to give the fight to Zhao Long even after the 2 points were deducted. But apparently, Cody won the first round. I thought he was losing 2-0, but apparently Cody won the first round. I guess you can give it to him. So this fight goes to decision. Not much else happens in this fight, especially near the end of the fight. Cody was really mad at one point after one of the nut shots and was like pointing down and was like, yeah, in the middle, let's go. And I was so hyped, bro. I jumped out of my chair. I was like, let's fucking go, Cody. Yeah, Cody. That boy did a running knee to the stomach and then remembered that his balls were hurting and just was like, you know what? I'm not going to throw anymore. So that happened. And then, like I said, not much else that was eventful near the end of that fight. But somehow Cody wins this fight by, was it 28-27, 27-26, something? Wait, let me think. I don't even know. I wish I could show you the fucking cards of this fight. But two judges gave Cody the first round, which is insane. Which means he wins because Xiao Long, even though he won the whatchamacallit, the third round on those scorecards, it was still Cody's round technically because it was 9-8. And one judge gave Cody the third round, which I saw a better case for was for Cody winning the third round, but hey man, it doesn't matter because yes, we got our pick right. Cody Garbrandt wins this fight by decision. He looked absolutely horrendous and he's getting slept by whoever he fights next. But you know what? The title dreams are still alive. I love Cody Garbrandt and I'm extremely happy that he won this fight. Also, Zhao Long is a fucking Neanderthal. Like they were yelling at each other. This fight was a movie and like not even a good one. It was like a Tubi movie. So that happens. Dante Johnson versus Cody Brundage. This fight, this fight really just showed me that Cody Brundage is really buns, and Dante Johnson is not the prospect that a lot of people think he is. I feel like Cody Brundage definitely could have won this fight. It was a split decision. Dante Johnson looks so mediocre though. I'm not gonna lie. Didn't land a single takedown. He was getting taken down by Cody. Cody was winning positions. Um, Dante Johnson had a reversal. Look at these striking numbers, bro. 37%, 42%. Dante Johnson was winning on the feet slightly, I guess. He was just kind of like waddling around at range. He does not look as big and buff as I thought he would, dude. I swear when he was in there, he kind of looked like out of place. Like, not that he's not athletic, because clearly look at the man, he's athletic. He just looks awkward and not Rainier DeRitter awkward. I'm talking like Derek Lewis awkward. Like he doesn't look fluid enough on the feet for me to be confident in picking him against anyone else. If you're taking Cody Brundage to a split decision, that's not good looks, especially as like a minus 500 favorite or whatever the fuck he was. He's the biggest favorite on the card. Not good, not good. But he gets the win regardless by split decision. I could have gave it to Cody, honestly. I kind of was like, I think Cody could have won that, but I'm not here to argue over a prelim bout on who won by split decision. So I can't remember if I picked Cody or Dante Johnson, honestly. But if I picked Cody, then I got my pick wrong. If I picked Dante, then I got it right. So, um, yeah, shout out to both fighters, I guess. Moving on, we're gonna make these fights quick. Moving on to Ricky Tercios versus Alberto Montez. Cute Taporia, absolute masterclass, dog. I can't lie. I can't lie. Ricky Tercios was kind of like spazzing at range in the first round, and Alberto Montez is just slick on on the feet, bro. He's really slick with it. He's really slick. I can't lie. He looked good in this fight, and he ends up getting the win by submission in the second round by Darce choke. I'm pretty sure, or Americana Anaconda, something, something, something. It looks like a Darce to me. That's all I know. Um, and he put Ricky Tercios out cold in like not even 4 seconds, bro. That squeeze was absolutely insanity. But yeah, he looked real good on the feet. I mean that's basically the breakdown for that fight. Shout out to Alberto Montez. He's someone to keep your eye on at featherweight for sure because he looked, like I say, he looked really fluid. And even though it's against Ricky Tercios, he looked comfortable out there. And he obviously has a striking and submission threat. So as for what's next for him, give him someone, higher up than Ricky Tercios, man. What's next for Ricky Tercios? They might cut him, to be honest. And that's fine with me. So shout out to Alberto Montez. I don't remember if I picked him. I don't fucking know. Worst predictor on YouTube if I didn't. Moving on to the next fight. Tuminder Barrero versus Cody Durden. We knew Cody Durden wasn't winning this fight. 8 significant strikes. He had some good reversals, but he just didn't get going fast enough. I feel like in the third round he looked good. He looked way better. Let me check the stats actually. Uh, he didn't let a single significant strike in the third round. All right, so I'm a casual. He had 3 reversals though in the third round. It wasn't really that he was winning the grappling exchanges. It was just like I don't even know, bro. Tuminda Barral wins this fight by decision. He didn't look very impressive to me either. I think both of these guys are kind of bottom of the barrel at flyweight, unfortunately. Love Cody Durden, he's a hometown hero, but not picking him to beat anyone ever. So, and I think Tuminda Barral, whatever the fuck his name is, even though he looks tough with the tattoos and he looks like a gangster monk, I don't rate him very highly. So, yeah, interesting fight. Moving on to the early prelims, and this is the last fight I'm going to break down because this is the last fight that I watched. Sumer Darji wins by unanimous decision. He had 4 of his own takedowns, dude. Jesus Aguilar was trying to initiate the grappling, and he just could not. He just could not. And he was just getting picked apart at range, like I said he would be by Sumer Darji. Dude, honestly, bro, this is going to sound like bullshit, but Sumer Darji kind of fights like me, bro. Not like obviously I'm way better than Sumer Darji. All right, let me chill. But this dude is a southpaw the same way that I'm a southpaw, and he can only spin when he's in orthodox the same way I can only spin when I'm in orthodox. Sumer Darji landed a nice spinning heel kick in this fight where he feinted the back leg, the left leg, feinted and used that feint to switch stances and then threw a spinning wheel kick. I do that all the time. So shout out to Sumer Darji for being a Foothy MMA clone. He gets this fight done by unanimous decision. He looked good in this fight, bro. He's rangy for flyweight. He started initiating the takedowns, I think, in round. Well, I guess he did in all 3 rounds, but especially in round 3, he definitely had some slick takedowns when Jesus Aguilar was trying to take him down. He just kind of reversed it or slipped him out from under himself. But yeah, man, Sumer Darcy gets this win. I had that pick right, so shout out. I got this pick wrong, and I got this pick wrong because apparently Rodolfo Bellato is fucking him. So, anyways, that's the video for this fight, bro. Like I said, tomorrow, I don't know if it'll be out tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm definitely recording my White House reaction video. Uh, this fight, this card in total was pretty boring. I can't lie to you. Even the main event, I thought it was gonna be a slugfest. Thought it was gonna be a banger. Thought it was gonna be a BMF fight. Love Charlie Olives, but he smudged Max Holloway to decision. So yeah, man. We did pretty decent on picks. Actually, I don't even know that we did decent. We probably went like 50% on picks, which is my average. So, worst predictor on YouTube. But hey, man, we're getting the hang of it, okay? My breakdowns are getting better. The content's getting better. And yeah, man. So, I appreciate y'all boys for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that YouTube shit. I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow. And I will catch y'all on the flip side. Shout out to Corey Sandhagen.